Hello friends, yesterday we started with the vectors. Vector is a physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction. It is denoted by a directed line segment. Position vector of a point P with respect to point O is denoted by OP with arrow head. Zero vector is one which has no magnitude or whose initial point and terminal points are same, coincide. Unit vector is one whose magnitude is 1, unity. Co-initial vectors are the vectors having same initial point. Collinear vectors are the vectors which are parallel to the some line, a reference line. Equal vectors are one which are having same magnitude as well as same direction. Negative of a vector means a vectors having same magnitude but opposite direction are said to be negative vectors each other. Okay, here position vector, unit vector, collinear vector, negative of a vectors are asked many times. So these definitions are very simple, better you remember. And we talked about free vectors also. This is important. Free vectors are one which are subjected to parallel displacement without changing its magnitude and direction. Okay. Today let us discuss the vector addition, triangle law of addition, parallelogram law of addition, and unit vector in the direction of a vector A, algebra of vectors, and vector joining 2 points, and some related examples from 10.2. Okay, let us study about vector addition. How to add two vectors A and B. See here, suppose there are two vectors A and B. Okay, A and B are two vectors. How to add these two? See, by parallel displacement. So far as in our study we are considering the free vectors. See, parallel displacement means this terminal point is here, initial point is here, this is terminal point of first vector. So you have to displace this parallelly and this also in this way. Suppose you shift this to here and parallel displacement towards A, so that the initial point of B and terminal point of A should coincide. Then this resultant sum will be, this means suppose AB means vector AB is nothing but the shift of point A to B, shift of point A to point B. Okay, suppose A shifts to B and then B shifts to C, then the net displacement is given by this one, this distance. That is, net displacement is AC. AC is nothing but sum of AB plus BC. Please try to remember, this is called as triangle law. Suppose A shifts to B and B shifts to C, then net displacement of A to C is AC is equal to AB plus BC. That is given by the triangle, other side of the triangle. See here, how to remember? AC is equal to AB plus BC. This is the terminal point of the first vector. This is the initial point of the second vector. If you add this will overlap and you will get AC. Okay. Suppose instead of this AB, A shifts to B, and instead of going this side, suppose this comes to C dash. What happens? In the same magnitude, suppose magnitude is same, then the direction will be opposite. So this will be minus B. Minus B, net displacement is given by A to C. A to C is nothing but A, this is A, this is A plus minus B, A minus B. Therefore, AC dash is A minus B. Okay. This is AB plus BC is equal to AC, that is triangle law. See, what is AB plus BC plus CA? What is the sum of this? See, AB plus BC is AC, plus AC means plus CA, not plus CA is equal to, that is 0. A to A it is. A to A means one and the other are same terminal, and initial points coincide, that is null vector. See, remember, in any polynomial, the sum of, suppose the sides are denoted by vectors, the sum of all sides is equal to 0. Suppose this is a polynomial. Let us name this A, B, C, D and E. Suppose these are A, B, C, okay, D, and suppose this is E, and this is suppose vector F. What is the sum of AB plus BC? AB plus BC plus CD. AB, please try to understand. AB plus BC plus CD plus DE plus DE plus CEA. Okay. What is the sum of this? This means the sum of all sides of the EA. See here. Okay, you don't consider this, I will consider afterwards. You take this first. You take it, then I will tell. See, this is the vector addition. See, once this kind of question is asked in some competitive exam, I don't know, I don't remember in which exam it is actually. See here, suppose AB plus BC plus CD plus DE plus, okay, what is this? That means 1, 2, 3, 4, this sum of 4 sides. See here, this is equal to AB plus BC, that is AC, okay, plus CD plus DE, this is nothing but CE, okay. Now this is nothing but AE, okay. According to this triangle, see this overlap and you will get AE. If you sum only these 4 sides, you will get AE, okay. Suppose AB plus BC plus CD plus DE plus EA also. Then what is the sum? AB plus BC is AC, okay. CD plus DE is CE plus EA. So this is nothing but AC CE, that is AE plus EA, that means A to A it is, that is, remember, if the polynomial is closed, then the sum of the vectors as its sides is always 0. If it is open, then the resultant will be something like different. If you take only 4 sides, this is not closed, then that will be AE. Okay, if you consider this one, the question was like that. So this, what is the sum of this A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F? What is the sum? This was the question. See, you need not consider all these 5. You consider only one. The sum of these 6 vectors is equal to F. Yeah, directly you can write like this. Because that is 0, the remaining vector will be F. Next is parallelogram law of vectors. Suppose 2 vectors A and B are acting in such a way that their initial point is same, okay, as in the diagram A and B, then the resultant is in the direction of that. Suppose you complete that A and B by taking the sides as sides of parallelogram, then the resultant vector will be in the direction of diagonal with the common point, passing through the common point. If A and B are the 2 adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then A plus B is represented by the diagonal of the parallelogram through their common point. This is the parallelogram law of vectors. If you join like that, what happens? What is the use of completing this diagonal? Means this is nothing but parallel displacement. This will become B. Then A, suppose you A B C D, AB plus BC will become AC, A plus B, due to triangle law of addition. Hence, we can find the sum of A and B by completing parallelogram. Properties for any vectors A, B, C, A plus B is equal to B plus C, commutative law, and A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Here, null vector is the additive identity. Scalar multiplication. Suppose AB is a vector. Then if you multiply that vector by half, means it reduces its magnitude by half A. This is the half A. Suppose you multiply this by 2, this is the 2A. Suppose you change the direction with the same magnitude, then that will be exactly negative of A. In other words, generally lambda A is the product of vector A by scalar quantity lambda. This lambda A and A are parallel or in the same line. See, these are very important concepts. Unit vector in the direction of A is A cap. Unit vector is denoted by cap. A cap is equal to vector A divided by magnitude of vector A. Okay, that is the another definition of unit vector in terms of the given vector A. Suppose in 3-dimension space, okay, if we mark the points A, B, C at 1 units each, OA with this origin is O. Suppose this OA is 1 unit, OB is 1 unit, OC is 1 unit. Those are denoted by I, J and K. The unit vector along x-axis is I. The unit vector along y-axis is J. Unit vector along z-axis is K. Okay. OA is I cap, OA, OB and OC are equal to 1. Each are of magnitude, same magnitude, that is 1. OA is I, OB is J, OC is K are the unit vectors along x, y, z axis respectively. Then position, suppose here is a point, suppose P is a point at x, y, z, then position vector of P with respect to this origin O, that is OP, is equal to x into I, y into j, z into k. Position vector OP is xi I cap plus y j cap z k cap, or it is also denoted by like this xyz. So remember, xyz represents a vector. Suppose it is in 4-dimensional space. Suppose x, y, z, t means this is xi plus yz, yj plus zk plus t, p something else. Okay, but you have to put the bracket. If you don't put the bracket and simply put the commas here, this implies scalars. If you put the bracket, then that denotes vector quantity. See here, this is a vector representation in component forms. xi, yj and zk are the components of vector A. xi, yj, zk are vector components, whereas x, y, z are scalar components. Okay, if you don't put the bracket means that is scalar components of the vector OP. You got it? If you use this type of notations, your computations will be more easy. But many times students will don't put the brackets and go on working, even though they worked out in correct procedure, in a correct way, they will not get the marks. So be careful. But if you use this type of notation, you will your computation will become more easy. Let you see afterwards. Okay, while solving the examples, you will come to see that. And magnitude of this vector OP is x square, y square plus z square. So these 3 points you have to remember. One is unit vector A cap is equal to vector A divided by its magnitude, and OP is in component form xi plus yj plus zk, and OP its magnitude is square root of x square plus y square plus z square. Okay. Next, algebra of vectors. Suppose A is a1i a2j plus a3k, or a1 a2 a3. B is b1i b2j b3k. Then a plus b is, you can add a1 b1 corresponding to I, a1 plus b1 I, a2 plus b2 j, a3 plus b3 k. You got it? And scalar multiple of a vector A, lambda A is nothing but the scalar multiple to each component, scalar component, lambda a1i, lambda a2j, lambda a3k. Vector A is equal to vector B implies each components are same. A1 is equal to B1, A2 is equal to B2 and A3 is equal to B3. We can note here, if A and B are collinear, if and only if lambda A is equal to B, vector B. B is equal to lambda A implies B1, B2, B3 is equal to lambda times A1, A2, A3. B1 is equal to A1 lambda, B2 is equal to A2 lambda, B3 is equal to A3 lambda. That implies B1 by A1 is equal to lambda, B2 by A2 is equal to lambda, B3 by A3 is equal to lambda. Hence, the ratios are same. So, in order to find the two vectors are parallel or collinear, it is enough if you compare the scalar components. okay, and check the ratios of the corresponding scalar components of each vectors. If they are proportional and equal to same, then that will be parallel. If A is a1i plus a2j plus a3k, then a1, a2, a3 are direction ratios. Don't put bracket here, then a1, a2, a3. Okay, these are direction ratios of A. L, M, N are direction cosines of A, then Li, Mj plus Nk, or L is nothing but cos alpha. So cos alpha I plus cos beta j plus cos gamma k is the unit vector along A. See, if the direction cosines are given, then you can express unit vector in the direction of A as cos alpha I cos beta j cos gamma k. Okay. In a vector xi plus yj plus zk, suppose r is equal to that one, then x, y, z are direction ratios. X by square root of x square plus y square plus z square, this is direction cosine. Y by x square plus y square plus z square under root is, and z by square root of x square plus y square plus z square, this is direction cosine. Okay. The vector joining two points. Suppose P and Q are two vectors points. P is x1, y1, z1, Q is x2, y2, z2. Okay. OP is the position vector of P and OQ is position vector of Q with respect to origin. PQ, we have to find PQ. PQ is the vector obtained by joining P and Q. OP is x1, y1, z1. OQ is x2, y2, z2. Okay. Triangle law says that OP plus PQ is equal to OQ. So PQ is equal to OQ minus OP, isn't it? OQ is x2, y2, z2. That means x2i, y2j, z2k. x2, y2, z2 minus x1, y1, z1. So you have to deduct from each component x2 minus x1, first component, y2 minus y1, second component, z2 minus z1, third component. Therefore, PQ is given by x2 minus x1i, y2 minus y1j, z2 minus z1k. This is very simple and easy. I hope you understand this. The length or magnitude of PQ is given by square root of the sum of the squares of each component, x2 minus x1 square, y2 minus y1 square, z2 minus z1 square. Okay. One more concept is there, that is section formula. See, by using this vector method and this approach, you can solve all the theorems of geometry. Okay. But that is not meant for your syllabus. We can't consider that. Next is section formula. Let us consider in the next video. Now with this, let us consider some examples from 10.2. Okay, 10.2. First example is find the magnitude of the vectors. Three vectors are given. So magnitude means magnitude of A is equal to square root of the scalar part, that is 1 square plus coefficient of j plus coefficient of k squared, that is root 3. Answer for first one is root 3. Similarly, magnitude of B is square root of 2 square plus 7 square plus 3 square. Although it is minus, plus of minus 7 you can write. So sign of the vector will not affect to the magnitude. It decides the direction. So 4 plus 49, 53 plus 9, 62. Isn't it? 4 plus 14, 53 plus 9, 62. Yes. This is magnitude of C is square root of 1 by root 3 whole square, 1 by 3 it is, plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3. So 3 by 3 or simply it is 1. Write two different vectors having same magnitude. You have to give example. Second example is, suppose A is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. Okay, you can take any numerical values also. Suppose A is equal to, or if you want, let us call it as B, 2i plus 3j minus 5k. This is same as minus 2i minus 3j plus 5k, or minus 2i minus 3j minus 5k. Okay, so this is magnitude of A is same as, or and A cap suppose is equal to A1, I will write x 1i minus y1j plus z1k. Then magnitude of A is equal to magnitude of A1. Okay, you are asked to write the vectors of same magnitude. See, this scalar component should be same. Sign of that scalar component is not important here. See, next third question is, write two vectors having same direction. Same direction means parallel. Okay, suppose say A is A1i plus A2j plus A3k. The direction of this is towards A only. Suppose 2A is 2A1i plus 2A2j plus 2A3k. This is parallel. Here sign is important. Okay, all the both the signs should be, the ratio should be same, 2 by 1, 2 by 1, 2 by 1. Okay, similarly this lambda A, lambda A, A2, A3. Okay, so you can write any. Suppose you want to write some other vector, say b is equal to 2i minus 3j plus 7k. If you want to write the direct vector in the same direction, suppose this is another vector, let us call it as c. This is I minus 3 by 2 j plus 7 by 2 k. B and C are in the same direction. What I did is I divide by 2. Okay. Find x and y. Next question. If 2i plus 3j is equal to xi plus yj, obviously x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3. Find scalar and vector components of the vector with initial point 2 1, terminal point minus 5 3. Suppose p is equal to 2 1 and q is equal to minus 5 and 7, then initial point p q is given by the vector joining 2 points. What is that? x2 minus x1 minus 5 minus 2 and x2 minus this, that is minus 7 and 6. So this is minus 7i. What is asked here? Minus 7i plus 6j. Find scalar and vector components. See, scalar components are, I will write here, scalar components of this vector pq are minus 7 and 6, whereas vector component of this pq are minus 7i and 6j. Okay. Sixth one is find the sum of a, b and c. Okay. What is a? A is 1 minus 2 plus 1 plus b is minus 2, 4 and 5, and c is 1 minus 7. A plus b plus c. See, while writing this type of this by writing in parenthesis, you have to put compulsory these brackets. Okay, and in the final answer you have to write again ij case. See, this is sum means 0. This is minus 8 plus 4 minus 4 and 6 minus 1 it is. So this is nothing but no I terms, minus 4j minus k. Okay, that is the required answer. Find the unit vector in the direction of I, j, k. Okay, unit vector in the direction of A is vector A divided by magnitude of vector A. So vector A means this one, 1, 1 and 2, whole divided by square root of 1 square plus 1 square plus 4, that is 1, 1, 2 divided by root 6, or this is 1 by root 6 into I cap plus j cap plus 2k. Okay, that is the required answer. Eighth one is find the unit vector. Wait a minute. Find the unit vector in the direction of PQ, where P is 1, 2, 3, Q is 4, 5, 6. So you have to find PQ first. PQ is given by OQ minus, or directly you can write x2 minus x1I plus y2 minus y1j plus z2 minus z1k. Okay, so this is nothing but x2 minus x1, 4 minus 1 I plus 5 minus 2 j plus 6 minus 3 k it is. That is 3I plus 3j plus 3k. This is PQ. Magnitude of PQ is root of 3 squared plus 3 squared plus 3 squared, that is 927, root of 27 or 3 root 3, 3 root 3. Now PQ unit vector in the direction of PQ is denoted by PQ cap is equal to PQ divided by magnitude of PQ is equal to 3 times I plus j plus k. If you take 3 common, this is 3 root 3 PQ. So 3 get cancelled. 1 by root 3 I plus j plus k caps. Okay, so this is the unit vector in the direction of PQ. So AB are given. You are asked to find the unit vector in the direction of A plus B. See here, A plus B is equal to 2 minus 1 and 2 plus minus 1, 1 and minus 1. If you add this, 2 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 0, 2 minus 1 1. That means this is I cap into 1 plus no j, so k cap. So this is A plus B. What is magnitude? A plus B. Magnitude is square root of 1 square plus 1 square. That is 1 plus 1 is equal to root 2. Now unit vector required, unit vector is equal to A plus B divided by magnitude of A plus B. That is I plus K divided by root 2, or 1 by root 2 into I cap plus 1 by root 2 into k cap. You can write like that also. Next question is, find a vector in the direction of 5i minus j plus 2k which has magnitude 8 units. How to find this? Vector in the direction of this with magnitude 8 means first you have to find the unit vector in this direction and then you have to multiply that to 8. This is asked. See here, this is very easy topic. If you invest some half an hour for this seriously with concentration, if you study once, you will get all these points very easily. Okay, second time you need not invest that much time. Okay, work out this. So unit vector, let us find unit vector in the direction of 5i minus j plus 2k is, suppose this is a cap is equal to 5 minus 1 and 2 divided by square root of 5 squared plus 1 plus 2 square, that is 5 minus 1 and 2 divided by 25 26 plus root 30 it is. This is unit vector along that one with the magnitude. So required vector is 8 times a cap, that is 8 into this much, 8 5 minus 1 and 2 divided by root 30 means, so this is 8 into 5 40 I cap minus 8 into 1 is 8 j cap plus 16 k divided by root 30. This is what the required vector.